What up, what up, what up? What is up, doe? What up, doe, good people? It is your man, Jelani JB Bodie, host of this thing called The Wait a Minute Show. You see it right there. I think it's right there. Yeah. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm here to talk about the Super Bowl, right? Some things that I got to get off my chest. I saw, I watched, I analyzed, I broke down. Nah, I didn't do all that stuff, man. It's what I thought it was going to happen. Seattle took care of business. Their defense was just going to overmatch New England. And that's exactly what happened. So there's not really anything to just break down when it comes to that, is that Seattle got busy. We knew that was going to be the case, and they went out there and executed the things that they said that they were going to do, or things that everyone thought they were going to do, right? And speaking of doing, make sure, like, subscribe, turn on those notifications and everything, man. Follow the show, and holler at your boy. So I really want to talk about some things that came true now that the Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. Starting with one. I've been watching this. I don't know if people realize they put out some reports, about it before. DeMarcus Lawrence, the dude can predict the future. And he talked about leaving Dallas and saying that I cannot win a championship here in Dallas, so I got to get out. And I think part of that was that they didn't want to, give him the money that he was looking for. And he went to Seattle, man, and the man got himself a ring, bro. So he's looking like a fortune teller right now. So if you really, maybe need some good news or whatever, talk to DeMarcus Lawrence, man. Maybe he can tell you some things that's going to be going on in your future. The other thing, and we're going to stick with the Seattle Seahawks. Cooper Kupp got last laugh. Cooper Kupp got the last laugh. Not only did he beat the Rams to get to the Super Bowl, he wins himself another Super Bowl. So now he has two. And we all know this is a business, right? This is a business. Davante Adams comes in and Cooper ain't the same Cooper that he was before. And it's like, we can get better. And we're going to move on. We're going to, say this. We're going to do this. We're going to do that and everything. And look, here's the thing. People were saying like Seattle was crazy to sign Cooper Kupp, and they couldn't believe that he got, the deal that he got. And maybe this was just him just trying to hold on. Cooper Kupp be having dreams. I see a pattern going on with this team. Cooper Kupp had dreams about winning the Super Bowl when he was with the Rams. I think he probably had another dream saying, I need to go to Seattle. And it worked out. So, speaking of worked out, boy, did this work out. You can't make this up. This is going to be a movie. This is going to be on TV or something. Sam Darnold. I'm going to say it a third time. Sam Darnold. This brother, from where he started to where he ended up last night, is amazing. And here's the other thing about it that I didn't even realize. I knew Sam was the third overall pick. Kind of forgot who was in that class with him that played quarterback as well. And he has surpassed and beat them to the ring. You got Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Baker Mayfield. Now, I'm not saying that, those three can't get a ring. I'm saying, though, as far as when we were 3-4 years into this thing, into the season, and if you had to say who's going to be the first person out of this quarterback class to get a Super Bowl ring, nobody would have said Sam Darnold. So kudos to Sam Darnold for keeping the faith. Kudos to Sam Darnold for taking the situation and taking whatever you call it, turning lemons into lemonade. Amazing, right? Amazing. Another thing, and this is with Sam Darnold. This is a question though. You think? You think Minnesota is sitting somewhere scratching the old noggin, saying we let one get away? We let one get away. I'm not going to say that Minnesota would have won the Super Bowl because Seattle's defense, to me, I think Seattle's defense, from top to bottom, is better than Minnesota's. So for that reason alone, I'm not going to say that Minnesota would have won the Super Bowl, but maybe their season would have been different. Probably would have been a lot different. But they played the long game. They played the long game, and they're still playing the long game. We think. I think. I've been talking about Seattle a lot, and I'm going to get back to Seattle, but I want to jump over to the New England Patriots as well. And look, I know people have been on what's this kid's name? I think Will Campbell and everything. Y'all gotta cut him a break, right? He already know he didn't have his best game at the biggest moment, and it was it was a tough outing for him. He doesn't need to be reminded of that. He knows that himself. I'm hoping that this kid can bounce back from that and go on to continue to have a prosperous career and everything. So I don't want to be one of those folks that pile on and everything. Last night was tough, and I'm sure it wasn't like Seattle was probably saying, "Hey, it's going to be all right, guy." So whatever someone probably can say on the gram or whatever, I don't think it compares to probably what he was hearing or what he was going through on it. But I do think that yes, you got to own up to it. So we talked about other players in Super Bowl situations not wanting to talk to the media or maybe being really short or something like that, and that falls in here as well. So you got to, unfortunately, you got to get through that and get on the other end of it. So that wasn't a good good thing for him, but hopefully this kid will bounce back. I don't want to be one of those people that just pile on onto it. So other thing, Drake May. I want to say this, please, ladies and gentlemen. I know this was his second year. I know he was in the Super Bowl. I know he was up for MVP. He came up just short. We have seen these things happen before. Well, that front success. Do not put this unneeded pressure on Drake May. It is not guaranteed that New England or Drake May will get back anytime soon. You got to remember that at some point, Kansas City is probably going to be back. Lamar and them is going to be back. Josh and them is going to be back. Joe Burrow and them is going to be back. Some other team. You still got Denver. You still got all these other teams that's going to be competing. Houston, Jacksonville could be back as well. And then you always got some surprise teams. So it's not really guaranteed that he's going to be back. Does the kid got it up here? Absolutely. He gets it. But I'm not gonna just throw him into the seat like, oh, he'll just be back. It's really hard. That's to me what I'm saying. It's really hard. I think last thing I think is I want to say when it comes to this Super Bowl and some things that actually happen. I think the last thing is that Kenneth Walker in this playoff run and definitely in the Super Bowl, I think he finally got the flowers and he finally got the credit and the spotlight that I think he's deserved for a while. And this dude showed out. He stepped up. He's done it very, very, very professionally, and he continues to be the constant professional. So props to Kenneth Walker, man, for doing what he did To me, I think he proved something to Seattle as well. Now, they'll say, "Oh, we knew Kenneth and all that." Yeah, okay. But we were sitting here like, "Yo, give Kenneth the ball more. Give him the more volume, the better he gets." And then we saw that. So I'm glad he won MVP. I think the last MVP was '98. Was Terrell Davis and everything. So good for him. It's right on time because free agency is going to be here next month. So I'm sure there will be some dollars that will be generated from this performance. But football is over now, so it's going to be jumping into the NBA and whatever else that's going on at this point. My Pistons still in first place in the East Conference. We'll talk about that another time. But for you, Matt Jelani, JB Bodie, host of this thing called the Wait a Minute Show, two things as always. Stay positive and push forward. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.